friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Veronica and I run a small business called Looping Teddies. And in today's video I will be taking you guys along with me for a bit of market prep for launching some new products that I will potentially sell at my markets in the future, and also for another fall market that had an interesting turn of events. And if you stay all the way till the end, I will give you guys a market breakdown, including my best sellers and, as always, how much I made at this market. So enjoy! Hi friends, it's currently Thursday and I'm currently on my lunch break, but I wanted to check in now and get this video kind of started because I've been working on quite a lot of market prep already this week, and also I have quite a lot planned for my break today. So I thought I would already check in and take you guys along for that. So I have written down everything I want to complete today on my to-do list, and I have it up here already. I already got started working on some of the tasks on here. First of all, I reopened my Etsy shop this morning because it had been shut down for about a week and a half because I had to turn in some more tax information to Etsy, but I had to get that from my city first, so it had been closed for about 10 days, and I finally got in my letter with all of the information I needed, so I was able to reopen my shop this morning. So it's up and running again. If you have been waiting to order something, you now can again. And then I will just go ahead and read you guys the rest of the to-dos on this list. So everything I would like to get completed today. So the first task on this list is bags. So I started using branded bags for my last market, and I actually ran out of all of my bags, which was not a huge problem because I only ran out towards the end and only like 2 or 3 people bought anything after I had run out of bags. But I now definitely need to prep them again. I already went down into my basement just now and picked up a whole stack of bags. So here they are. That's definitely a lot, but even if I don't use them all this Sunday, I have another market coming up the week after that, so I will definitely need quite a lot of bags in the next couple of weeks. So I might as well just prep a lot at once. So we need to print out some stickers to put on these bags. I will take you guys along for that and kind of show you the process of how I've been making my branded bags. And then the next topic on this to-do list is to finish my whips. So I have been working on my works in progresses all of this week because I started quite a lot while I was at my market, and then I've just been crocheting quite a lot because I definitely need to build up inventory. So I definitely want to finish all of the whips that I have currently in my whip basket. There's quite a lot of turtles in there, I think 6 in total, that I have all the parts made, but I need to crochet them together and finish them up. So that is something else that I would really like to get done today. Then this is already a task that I've already completed. So I wanted to clean up my crafting space. I did that before logging into work this morning because it was looking like a mess, and I had yarn and fluff everywhere, parts, needles, hooks, everything was a whole lot of a mess, and I cleaned that up for having a nice space to film and craft in for the next couple of days. Then next up, I also want to reply to 2 custom orders that I currently have open. So I have a form that is linked in my Instagram where people can contact me and ask for custom orders, and I have currently 2 inquiries there that are currently open. One is for 2 custom cats, so I've been doing them quite a lot, so 2 more custom cats, and I can definitely do those. So I need to answer her that she needs to send me a picture of the cats where I can kind of see the fur pattern of the cats clearly, so that I can then make them as close to life as possible. So that is one of the open custom orders, and the other one is for a little sheep. And I've never made a sheep plushie. I've made a sheep snuggler before, but she wants more of like a round, kind of like the Shaun the Sheep looking sheep. That was quite a lot of sheep in one sentence, but that is the other open custom order, and I think that I can figure out a pattern for that. I don't really need one. That is kind of like a simple plushie to make, so I can definitely do that, but I need to answer her that I can definitely do that and kind of tell her about what the estimated price for that plushie is going to be. I need to reply to those 2 custom orders. And then I think we will kind of see where we go from there. I definitely have quite a lot of things that I'm currently running low on. So I definitely want to make penguins and cats and possibly dinos this week, because those are like the 3 things that I'm currently really low on and I would really like to get some more made this week. So I think I will start with branding my bags. So I will show you the process for that, and then we will move on to whatever else we get up to today. So I have a couple of labels left from last time when I printed them. So this is what my bag stickers look like. So they are just printed on regular shipping labels and they're all kind of connected, and I just stick them onto my brown paper bags. So I think that I will take these now and stick them onto as many bags as I can, and then we will see how many we need to reprint after that. Okay, so I'm now all out of my labels. I was able to put labels onto about half of my bags, and now I have this many left to tag. So I think for now I will be printing out 20 of those stickers and hope that this is enough, but I can always print more of them if I need them later on. But I also don't want to hoard a huge amount of already pre-printed stickers. So 20 is a good number for now. So I will now set up my printer and print a couple of these, and then we will stick them on and be finished with the first task already. Okay, but tell me why I didn't count out my bags, but it ended up working perfectly with the amount of stickers I just printed and the bags. So I'm now finished with the bags, and just look at this absolute massive stack of bags. So I definitely think that they will last me for quite a bit of time. So this is now finished. It's such a big stack. So now the next thing that I want to work on is actually finishing my whips. So let me set you up on a tripod and kind of walk you through all of the stuff that is currently in my whip basket right here. So you kind of know what's going on for this week. I might also show you everything that I've already completed this week, because I've been kind of busy and getting lots of stuff done this week already. So let's do that next. Okay, so before going into my whip basket, let me show you everything that I've already completed this week first. And then we will go over all of the turtle parts and the color combos that I've thought of so far. So first of all, we have another lamb snuggler. So this one I've made before and it sold pretty soon, so I haven't had one in stock for a little bit. And I started working on this last week, but I didn't finish it before my market, so I couldn't take it. And I finished it up early this week, and I also embroidered the eyes, but I'm still not super happy with how they turned out. So if anybody knows a good tutorial for embroidered eyes, I would definitely love your recommendations down below, because I'm struggling with these so much and I currently don't really love the look of them. But definitely for snugglers, that's what I want to do. So no safety eyes for now. For snugglers, I will do embroidery eyes, but I definitely need to improve on them. But for now, this is the snuggler that I finished, and I think that I will go up to 40 euros for this one. For now, I used to sell my snugglers for 35, but I think the size is actually pretty decent. And also going into the holiday season, I think I could definitely sell this one for 40. So this one is completed. Then next up, I have 2 green brontosauruses. So I started working on those while I was at my market, because this is the best-selling color brontosaurus of all of them. And also I sold 4 out of 5 of my brontosauruses last week, so I definitely needed to work on these. And I thought to complete the ones that sell the best first, so I now have 2 of these green dinos. And I started working on them at the market, as I said, and I worked them up all the way to like right here, because I forgot to bring any eyes, so I couldn't put in eyes, and that is why I didn't really finish them. I also didn't stuff them at the market. I did take stuffing, but since I thought I would have to put the eyes in later anyways, I thought that I could also stuff them when at home, so I finished them all the way up to like right here, and I didn't make the tail at the market, so that is what I did with these 2 for this week. So now I'm back up to 3 brontosauruses, which is still nowhere near enough. So I definitely want to make at least a pink one, an orange one, and like a lighter blue one, because they have been kind of popular lately, so I definitely want to get my stock up for those. And then finally, the last thing that I made this week so far are 3 little kitties. So I also made these at the market, or I started working on them at the market, but as I said, I didn't have any eyes, so I couldn't finish them. But now I have 3 of them done. So I have 2 with like lighter and darker brown speckles, but they're kind of different still, like the speckles are in different spots and stuff like that, but these are really cute. Really like how they turned out. And then also 1 gray cat with like some white detailing. So that is the other one that I made. So 3 little kitties, and those are all of the projects that I have already completed this week. And now let's move on to all of the turtle parts that I already crocheted this week and that we want to get finished now.
Thought the praying would make it better, but I swear to God I'm just as lost as ever.
So this is the plan for turtles so far. I have 5 of them with like this beige body color that tends to sell pretty well, and then 1 in like 2-toned purple colors, because I currently don't have any of them left. And I already made all of the parts, as I said. I kind of laid them out just now, as you just saw, and then I also already added in the eyes for these little turtles. I haven't stuffed the heads yet, but at least the eyes are already in there. And then I also have a completed turtle here, because I kind of use that one for reference for like the orientation of the fins, because I kind of get confused with those quite a lot. So that is why I kind of use one for reference whenever I'm making turtles. But now these are the colors that I want to make right now, and I have about half an hour of my lunch break left, so I think that I can definitely get the head stuffed and then at least 1 of the turtles finished. I'm hoping to get 2 done, but we will see where we land at the end of my break. And I'm not sure if I will be checking in with you before I go back to work for the afternoon, or I might see you tonight after work.
Thought the bottle would hold me over. It still hurt me just as bad when I got sober. Everyone around me's found a way to let it go, but I can't help but focus on the things I can't control. All the darkness in my mind, pain that I can't leave behind. I know there's a silver line that I can't see. All the cold and sleepless nights, running out of ways to fight. I know there's a morning light in my reach if I keep buying time. I stopped going out to bars, I quit smoking. Thought that giving that all up would keep me going. I got over people pleasing. I quit falling into love that had no meaning. I could search forever for a peace I'll never know, but I can't help but focus on the things I can't control. All the darkness in my mind, pain that I can't leave behind. I know there's a silver line that I can't see. All the cold and sleepless nights, running out of ways to fight. I know there's a morning light in my reach if I keep buying time.
Okay, so I wanted to check in with you because I just finished my workday and I thought I would show you the turtle that I got finished earlier today. So when I was working on the turtles on my lunch break, I managed to finish a single turtle, so this one, with the purple shell. And I also had a pricing sign lying around, so I attached that already. But the rest of the turtles is still laid out and I still need to work on those as well. So I think I will work on them for a little bit. I have to leave in about an hour because I will be going out for dinner tonight. Well, not like really going out. I will be going to my mom's because we have family dinners every Thursday night. So I think that I will be working on the turtles until then, and then I also might take some yarn to work on some penguins while I'm there, like after dinner when we're just like chatting. But I will update you on that tomorrow. So for today I will be working on turtles and I will show you the progress tomorrow morning. Also really exciting, I talked about this in last week's video, but from October on I will not be working Fridays anymore. So tomorrow I actually have all day to work on my small business. So that is super exciting that my business is already big enough that I can actually take Fridays off. So I'm working 32 hours a week now and not 40 anymore. So that is super exciting to like be a part-time business owner now. So we will see what we get up to tomorrow with our whole day of running a small business. Hey friends, it's now Saturday and I sadly did not check in with you yesterday. Even though I was busy working on my small business all day, I was working like a 12-hour day yesterday for a super secret project that is actually not all that super secret because I am just about to tell you what I was working on yesterday. But before that, let's check in with how my crocheting is going right now. So when I last left you off on Thursday, I believe I had one of the turtles finished and the rest of them were still all in parts. So I did finish all of the turtles. I finished like 2 more on Thursday and then the rest I finished on Friday, so yesterday. So now they're all completed and looking good. I really like the colors that I chose. I think that they will do really well at my market. They're super colorful, super nice combinations. And I've actually sold all of these color combinations before, so I think that these will do well. Then I also talked to you about wanting to make some more penguin bodies on Thursday evening, so I ended up not taking my yarn on that evening, but rather I spent some time yesterday making some penguin bodies. So here is one for example, and as usual I don't stuff them and finish them right away. I rather finish a lot of those bodies up to this point and then I close them up and go on to the next step with all of them. So currently I am up to 6 penguin bodies and I want to make 4 more so that I have 10 before moving on to the next step. It just makes the process a bit quicker if I batch make those. So here they are. That is the current state of those. And then something else I made yesterday was I was talking to you about my custom orders that were open. So I decided to go ahead and try and figure out a sheep pattern like the one that my customer described. So I came up with a little sheep. This is what it's looking like. So really round and I decided to go ahead and make some white eyes for this sheep because the black eyes you wouldn't really see, and also she wanted to have no safety eyes because it was for a little dog, so like a little puppy. She doesn't want the dog to rip out the safety eyes, so that's why I decided to go ahead with some embroidered eyes, and the white yarn is just so that you can see it better. I'm not so sure if it looks creepy or not, so that is what the sheep is looking like. Sadly, after I finished it, my customer actually asked if she could have a bigger sheep, so this is not the one that I will be sending out, so I will have to make a bigger pattern. But also I kind of want to refine this one and possibly put it out as an actual pattern. So leave me a comment down below if you would be interested to actually test it. I think that I might make it a free pattern just because it's pretty simple, and I haven't put out a free pattern in almost a year on my Instagram, so I think that I should definitely do that when I'm actually writing a pattern. I don't write patterns all that often, so I think that this could come in really handy and could be a great pattern to put up on Instagram. So that is what I made. I will have to make a bigger one as well for her, but I think this one I will still take to my markets in the future and try and sell because I think it looks pretty cute. My boyfriend suggested to me that I could put a little tail on the backside of the sheep because sheep do have tails, so I might do that as well. But I really like this one. Like, this is super cute and squishable, so that is what is going on with that. But now let's talk about the super secret project that is actually not so super secret because I'm spilling the tea right now. So I have been working on some projects on the side without taking you guys along with me for those, because honestly I wasn't really sure if that was going to be something that was gonna stick or if that was going to be something that I would be talking about on this channel, because I am really stressed because I signed up for way too many markets in the fall and winter season. Especially in the winter season, I have 4 back-to-back markets coming up in November and December, and all of them are at least 2 days. One is a 3-day event, and if you've been here before, you probably know that I am based in Germany, and if you know anything about German Christmas markets is that they go hard. Like, that is a completely different genre of markets. It's way bigger, it's way busier, people are out there to shop. So I'm definitely expecting a big turnout and a big market season. And honestly, for a while I've been feeling like I can't really do that with my crochet plushies, because if you are a crocheter yourself, you know that crocheting those plushies takes kind of a long time and you can't really streamline the process since you are hand making everything, every single item yourself, and there's nothing to improve the process except for like crocheting faster and like batch making and stuff like that. You can streamline the process a little bit, but not as much as you can with other products. So I have been thinking for a while about including other products into my small business, and I came up with another hobby or another type of product that I have been really interested in trying out for a long time. And I decided to go ahead and try it out a couple weeks ago just to see if I liked it and if it was going to be something that I would be able to produce and sell for my markets. And it's something that I can kind of streamline the process for, that I can produce in bigger quantities. So let me just get into what I'm currently working on. So I have been obsessed with watching videos of like eco resin, so think like jasmonite and other similar products, for such a long time, and I love watching these videos of people just pouring cute decor, home decor, candle holders, little trinket dishes, coasters, all of that stuff. So a while ago I decided to try out pouring some eco resin home decor, and what can I say, I really loved doing that. And so I kept pouring more. I bought some more, I bought some colors, I bought a lot of molds, I bought all of the things that you need to actually make those type of home decor items. And yesterday I spent all day sanding and sealing all of the things that I have poured the past couple of weeks. So I will take you guys into my kitchen in just a second, because in there all of the products are laid out to dry right now, and today in the afternoon I have to kind of polish them for the final time so that they're actually completed and ready to be sold at tomorrow's market, because that is my big plan. I want to take them to tomorrow's market and kind of see how they do. And the way I want to do this is that I will only bring a couple of my mini plushies, so my little baskets where I always store my mini plushies, and the rest of my items tomorrow will actually not be crochet items, but rather my new home decor items. That is not the way that I want to do this going forward, but just to try out how well these items do at a market, and just to know how I will be going forward for those items. And I'm not actually sure, like, I know this is a crochet channel and that is probably why you started watching my channel, and I am really interested to hear your opinion. Like, if my items do well and I keep selling those at my markets, would you be interested in seeing market prep for those type of items as well, and all of the markets for those type of items as well? Because if they do well at my markets, I definitely want to continue making them, because I can streamline the process way more with those. And selling this product hopefully will give me the opportunity to participate in even more markets, because with crochet plushies I've been very limited with the amount of markets I can attend. And as you probably know, I really love doing markets, and that is one of my big goals for next year, if I can incorporate some other items into my shop to do markets more often. So leave me a comment down below if you are interested in seeing more general small business vlogs and content, or if you would rather watch crochet only on this channel, because I'm open to do both. This is only the beginning. I'm only trying this out, and if it doesn't do well, it's only a thing for the fall and winter season, because I overbooked with markets for December. So if I didn't incorporate any other items, I would probably have to cancel at least half of my markets, because I cannot make this many plushies in the amount of time that I currently have left. Personally, I'm super excited to see how these items perform tomorrow. I know that right now I don't really have your guys' opinion, so I will be including all of the small business content in this week's video, and then for next week we will see. So now let me go into the kitchen and show you all of the products that I have prepared so far, and then we will go from there and yeah, do a lot of market prep. Okay, so we're currently in my kitchen, and I will not be showing you the rest of the room because it's quite a mess from yesterday when I was busy finishing up all of these products. Let me just show you a couple of things that I now have in my inventory that I will be trying to sell tomorrow at the market. So first of all, I have these coasters, and they are like smiley coasters. I have some with heart eyes and some just regular smileys, and some with star eyes. I prepped them in 6 different colors currently, and they're all very like pastel colors. All of the products are very pastel-y, and I really like the look of that. I also have little trinket dishes, like these heart dishes and these shell dishes, and I also have, this could be used as a trinket dish or like a tea light holder. You could put a tea light right here. These little leaves, and lots of other different types of products. I have like another tea light holder. I have a candle holder that holds 2 different candles. I also have some more fall oriented products, like these pumpkin tea light holders that I will definitely take to my market tomorrow and try and sell before fall's kind of over. I also have some of these little houses. I'm really struggling to pick them up, and they're also like tea light holders. You could definitely put a tea light in here and it will shine through on the front. And then I also have these little boxes that come with a lid, small little trinket boxes that you can close up, and Then I already started to prepare some winter items. So I have some little stars that you can hang up on your Christmas tree, like little ornaments. And yeah, that's what I will be polishing up today. Quite a lot to do. That is why I was busy working on that kind of stuff yesterday, and it took me all day yesterday to get them prepped and finished up to this point, and now I need to polish them. And yeah, I still have a lot to do. As you just saw, there's quite a lot of product right here, and I'm really interested to see how I will display all of that stuff. I haven't really thought a lot about that, but I will figure that out tomorrow. I think that by now I have done enough markers to kind of figure that kind of stuff out on the spot. But now I also want to fit in some crocheting time today because that is still my biggest passion. So don't get me wrong, I still really like crocheting, and I still think that that is my main product. These products are just to support me right now with all of the markets, and hopefully in the future will allow me to do more markets than I am able to do currently. But my passion is still crochet and plushies. This is just to support my business.
Pick a movie, I'll pick you up, we'll go eat sushi, or we'll go downtown. With our best moves we can boogie. Oh my, we both look so fly, like sweet apple pie. Yeah, they want a piece of us. My, when we drive on by, they just can't deny. Yeah, they wanna be like us.
Good morning, my lovely people. It is now Sunday. It's market day. It is currently 20 past 8, so I have half an hour before I have to leave. It's really nice that this market is not from 10, but starting at 11, so it gives me just a bit more time in the morning. And I am not a morning person, so that is perfectly fine with me. The weather outside is currently very foggy, but I'm hoping that it will clear up during the day. But it is supposed to be pretty nice weather out today, pretty warm, and we will see. I will talk about this market a bit more later on, but I'm also very nervous about taking my new product and leaving most of my plushies at home for this one, but we will see about that. The day will tell. And the market is not so far from my house, so that is also very nice that we don't have to drive for a long time. And yeah, we're doing it the same as we did last week, so my boyfriend will be coming with me and helping me set up, and then during the market hours he will be home, and he will come back to help me tear down again. So that is the way that we want to do it for now. And yeah, I will see you at the venue. So let's do a little voiceover for this booth tour. So I did not film a setup this time, but I put up my mini plushies in front of my booth as I do usually, and then I just placed all of the home decor items all around them. I had the houses at the front, these little trinket dishes, the hearts at the front as well. Then the tea lights really look cute here, the flower tea lights. I had a lot of the trinket dishes. The coasters were set up in this big box, and then I had this tiered shelf that my boyfriend built me a while ago, where I put the little boxes and the pumpkin tea light holders, and then I also had my pegboard as I usually do. So I've actually been to this market before. I did this market first in May and now again for their fall market. And again, as last time, right across from me on the street was a DJ booth set up. So sadly, all of the clips I filmed at the market, I can't really play at full volume because they played copyrighted music all day long. But let me just tell you a little bit about this market. So this market was from 11 to 6 on Sunday. So pretty long hours yet again, but it was actually pretty close to my house, which was really nice. So I only had to drive there for like 15 minutes. But yeah, let's get into the stories that happened at this market because things got kind of crazy at this market. and I thought I would talk to you guys about this while I play this little clip of me crocheting at the market. I was interacting with customers because you guys really liked me showing customer interactions in last week's video, but sadly I can't really play those right now because of all of the music that was played at this market. But let's get into the crazy story of this market. So actually somebody drove into my booth with their car during the market hours. So that was pretty crazy. There was a person driving a car right through the market, and they were obviously under some sort of influence. So he obviously didn't really know where he was, and luckily he was driving like super slow, like slower than people walking. So nobody got hurt or anything, but he stopped like 3 meters away from my booth. And that's when I first realized that he was like actually driving there. And I went over and tried talking to him because I didn't want him to go any further because my booth was kind of like on a corner. So my booth was the next thing right in front of his car. And he didn't really understand me and he couldn't really speak anymore. So it was really hard to make myself understandable to him, and he actually didn't really understand me at all. So he kept like trying to drive his car and like kept creeping up to my booth, and I was actually shouting at him at this point. And some people came over because they realized that something was going on there, and he actually like drove into my booth at this point. Luckily, he only hit my tent pole, so nothing broke or I didn't get hurt or anything like that. But it was honestly such a shock to have somebody like actually driving against my tent, and he actually didn't even realize that he had hit my tent and tried to drive his car away while he was like in my tent already. And luckily, a gentleman realized the situation that was going on, and he was actually a policeman but not on duty. So he went over to the car and he actually grabbed the keys and took them away from the man so he couldn't drive anymore. And then he helped me like call the police and stuff like that. But it was honestly like I was under a bit of a shock at this point. It was very stressful, and the police came and they handled the situation, and the man was brought to a hospital. But the whole thing was honestly like super stressful. But the craziest thing was that all throughout this, some people were still shopping at my booth. Like some people were still picking out items and trying to check out. So I was balancing talking to the police and being under a bit of a shock myself and still checking out customers, which was honestly such a weird situation to be in. But luckily, I can say that I'm okay. My tent is okay. All my products are okay. So in the end, I got super lucky that this was the only thing that happened. But honestly, that was just crazy. Like, how does a car get into the street that is blocked off for a market? That was kind of scary that a car would get in there so easily. So my plan of action is to definitely email the organizers about the situation, and hopefully they will actually close off the street even better than they have been doing for the next market so that something like this can't happen anymore. So this was probably the craziest thing that has ever happened to me at a market, and I don't want to relive that moment anytime soon. But that was probably the only very interesting thing that happened at this market. Otherwise, this market was kind of like an in-between market. It was kind of busy at times and kind of not so busy at other times. People was shopping, but also some people were just out looking at things and not really out there to shop. So it was kind of a bit of a mixed market and still really enjoyable for me, except for the shocking little part that happened right around like 1 o'clock. But after that, everything was back to normal again. So that was all of the stories that happened at this market. So now let's get into the breakdown of this market. Okay, so let's get into the market breakdown for this video after talking all about the craziness that happened at this market. So let's get into the sales and the amount of items sold first. I made 30 sales in total and I sold 51 items in total. Then let's get into my 5 bestsellers of this market, and I will be including plushies and other types of products as well into this market after this week. If the majority of you guys are only interested in plushies, I will of course only be including plushies from now on, but for now I will be doing it this way and we will see how you guys decide. So my top 5 bestsellers were. In number 5, there were my bees. So I sold 3 of my mini bees. In number 3, there's actually 2 items in this spot. So I sold 6 of my smiley coasters, and I also sold 6 of my mini chicks with hats. In number 2, there are my baby octos. I sold 10 of my baby octos, and my number 1 bestseller at this market were my baby whales. So I sold 15 of those baby whales at this market. Let's do a bit of a breakdown on how the different types of products did at this market. As you can probably already tell from my bestsellers, my plushies were still my number 1 favorite item that people picked up. So about 2/3 of my sales actually came from my plushies, which is kind of interesting because I only put out mini plushies on my table, so a lot of these were bought at this market. So definitely this proves to me that my plushies are the thing that people are looking at when coming to shop at my booth, and that honestly makes me so happy because I really love making those plushies and selling them, and that people really like them even when there's a bunch of other stuff at my booth is really heartwarming to me. So I will definitely focus on plushies in the future as well, but that's something that I already knew before going into this market. Then I also did about 1/3 of my sales in my new home decor items, and then I also sold 2 scrunchies for the first time at this market. So I have these sewn scrunchies that I have on my pegboard, and I actually never sold one before, but this market 2 people picked them up, so I did 12 euros in scrunchies as well. So let's get into some more of the numbers for this market. So my average order value was down again this time from last time. So it was at 11 euros and 60 cents, which is to be expected because I was only selling mini plushies this time, and those were the things that people picked up most. So it kind of makes sense that the average order value would go down from last time. And in total I did 348 euros, which is okay. It's not a great market for me, but honestly I took it more of an experiment for my new items, and I knew going into this market that I would probably not hit my best market ever with that. But I wanted to do that to kind of find out how people react to the items, and let's just say I know that my plushies will probably always be more popular, but people were also very interested in the items, and I think that especially for the winter months that people will be more likely to pick up something like a candle holder or a tea light holder or just something little and cute that they can give to someone. So I will definitely bring my new items to my winter markets and kind of mix them in with my plushies because they are the heart and soul of Looping Teddies. So that was the experiment of this market. In total, I did have some expenses for this market. So from my 348 euros that I actually did at this market, we have to subtract the 55 euro booth fee, which is kind of expensive for what the market is. Then I have to subtract about 10 euros for gas and mileage. And then I got some food at the market, which was 7 euros. So in total, I profited 276 euros at this market, which is again okay, but not super great, but that was to be expected at this market. So that was this market. I have another market coming up next week, which will be the last fall market that I will be attending for this year. So definitely stay tuned for that. And thank you guys so much for watching all the way until the end, and I will see you guys again next week. So until then, bye!